Hi there, I'm Sakura Reavenall from Reavenall Art. Welcome. This is Drawing with Stories, Golden Retrievers. Today I'm going to show you a sneak peek behind Reavenall Art. This series is about slowing down and sharing stories behind the work as it's made. I chose this subject quite intentionally. Dogs, especially retrievers, carry a lot of quiet narrative for me. They're expressive without trying to be. Loyal, gentle, observant. When I draw animals like this, I'm not just interested in anatomy, I'm interested in character, posture, and what the drawing can suggest without being overworked. I'm using a Sakura Micron 08 pen. I like it because it gives me confidence in my lines. It's bold enough to commit, but controlled enough to stay thoughtful. There's no room to hide with ink, and I've always liked that honesty. Each mark has to be intentional, but not stiff. This way of working, slowly building a drawing through observation, patience, and trust, is something that stayed with me throughout my practice. I studied fine art drawing at University of Arts London, and that experience shaped me far beyond the degree itself. Living and studying in London was intense. It was busy, loud, constantly moving, but it pushed me to become more confident and independent. You learn very quickly how to stand your ground, how to speak about your work, and how to take up space creatively. What really stayed with me was the collaborative side of it. Being surrounded by other artists, all working in completely different ways, taught me how valuable conversation and shared practice can be. You're constantly challenged, not just technically, but conceptually. And that made me more thoughtful about why I make work, not just how. London gave me resilience, curiosity, and a stronger sense of who I was as an artist. After graduating, drawing never really stopped being part of my daily life. I was always working on something, making commission cards for people, designing logos and posters for local businesses, responding to what people needed visually. And wherever I went, I had a sketchbook with me. Trains, cafes, walks, holidays. Drawing was how I processed the world. It wasn't always about finished pieces. That habit of constant drawing is something I still hold on to now. Eventually, I trained to teach art and design technology at secondary school level. Teaching felt like a natural extension of my love for creativity. Sharing knowledge, introducing students to different materials and processes, and encouraging them to take creative risks, that always was the best part. Seeing a student suddenly believe that they could make something was genuinely one of the most rewarding feelings. My motto was always give it a go. But teaching is demanding. Over time, my focus shifted more and more towards grades, targets, and outcomes, and less towards my own creative practice. Without really realizing it, my art started to disappear. I was pouring everything into my students, and there wasn't much left for myself. Reavenall Art started to become a place where I could reconnect with who I was creatively. Slowly, intentionally, I began putting more energy into it, until I realized I had lost myself in teaching. Reavenall Art grew from something deeply personal into a business built around values I care about, particularly sustainability. From recycled and minimal packaging to thoughtful production choices and avoiding waste wherever possible, sustainability has always been at the heart of how I work. It's not about being perfect, it's about being conscious. My mental health has had a huge impact on my art over the years. There have been periods of creative block, frustration, and a lot of self-doubt. Times where confidence dipped and self-criticism took over. Some days, making anything felt difficult, but I've learned that those moments don't mean the art is gone, just that it needs patience. Sometimes, the most important thing is showing up, even when the work feels slow or messy. Reavenall Art isn't just about finished pieces. It's about rebuilding trust in my own creative voice and allowing art to exist alongside well-being, not at its expense. If there's one thing I've learned through all this, it's that creativity isn't a straight line. It pauses, it changes. Sometimes it goes quiet for a while. That doesn't mean it's gone. Whether you're studying, teaching, working full-time, or just picking up a pencil when you can, your creativity still counts. It doesn't need permission, and it doesn't need to be productive all the time. For me, drawing has come back to being about curiosity rather than pressure, about noticing rather than proving, about allowing myself to take up space again, slowly and honestly. So if you're watching this, and you're feeling disconnected from your work, or unsure where you fit, I hope this reminds you that it's okay to begin again, even in small ways. Pick up a sketchbook, draw one line, give it a go, and often that's where everything starts. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more. And let me know in the comments section where your creativity takes you.